Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway race number 20 out of 25 for the Allstar Offline Racing Series. Just a few more races left. A lot of drama and action is more than likely going to happen here soon. We've got the qualifying race. Going to start qualifying actually right now. We're going to skip right through it. So, and look at that, 91 Logan Gentry and the 50 of Cody Rhodes, first and second. So, over the next few days or a week or so, you guys will probably be seeing a lot of these races posted. Gonna try to get everything posted as soon as I possibly can. I might allow a week between all the races I do post and the final race. The final race, which is going to be at Atlanta, is going to be kind of a, I don't know, I want to say a special event, but it's just going to be a race in Atlanta. We're probably going to go over the whole season and show you guys some pretty cool highlights and such that have happened. So, but yeah, right now we have Bristol. The first race at Bristol was very exciting, very dramatic. We saw the pole sitter in the qualifying race get a mechanical failure. That split the field up in half, and it actually put the cars in front a lap down because they were not... I guess they crossed the finish line before the start line. I'm not really sure what happened there. But we thought the 30 of Ron Jackson was going to be the winner, and he ended up actually being a lap down. So, very interesting. We saw the main race also had a lot of excitement. But the 91 of Logan Gentry has the pole, the 50 of Cody Rhodes second. We've got the 60 of Colton Harmon, the 148 of Brian Lancaster, the 33 Sheila Harmon, the 09 Evan McCollum. We've got the 66 of Darwish Jr., the 27 of Benjamin Wallace, the 41 Tyrell Resner, the 8 of Clint Spillman, the 20 of Yale Carrillo. We've got the 40 of Tim Hoffman, the 1 of Aiden O'File. He was leading the main race, and with about 20 laps to go under caution, he had a mechanical failure. Gave the lead to the 81 of Skylar Rocha, and Skylar ended up winning the race. So Aiden very upset about that. The 16 of CJ Williams, one of the cars, as well as that 8 of Clint Spillman, trying to work their way into the top 32 in points near the end of the season. They're going to be battling each other, I'm sure. We've got the 00 Jeremiah Dwayne. He's been pretty impressive this season. The 4 of Gary Harmon, and the 188 of Racer X. Go ahead and simulate past this 160 some odd seconds. Right on the money. So, 91 of Logan Gentry going to lead them down. We're going to look, and hopefully we don't have any mechanical failures in this race. Looks like everybody gets off without any issues. So, the 91 Logan Gentry, Cody Rhodes on the outside of him, and at number 50, green flag in the air. Logan Gentry got a great start, so did Colton Harmon, and the 148 of Brian Lancaster, all the way from 4th on the outside line down to 3rd. He is on the inside line. The 1 of Colton Harmon at 60 car up to 2nd already. There's some action happening up front here. 50 of Cody Rhodes started 2nd. He is on the outside. The 66 Darwish Jr. almost got into the side of the 33 of Sheila Harmon. Could have created a huge crash. Up front, Logan Gentry, the race leader. 2nd place, Colton Harmon. Oh, there's a crash! The 188 of Racer X, the 27 Benjamin Wallace. Gary Harmon is back here. And that did not throw the caution out, so we are going to do something we normally don't do. Hold on 1 second.
Limit 35.
Don't worry, this
Keep
is
it
not
under
going to
3,500 in seconds.
This is not going to affect anybody in this race, but this will hopefully bring the caution.
Here comes the leader. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. You've been disqualified.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Had to do that to throw the caution flag out. That is something that we normally don't do, and that's why we're ending this season early, because next season we're going to be doing these races on an online server which means we will be able to throw a caution out manually if that were to be the case. We actually started the season off that way, but we ended up having more than 43 drivers. So once we had more than 43 drivers, we could not do that. That's why we are only allowing 40 cars next season. But yeah, I don't really know why I'm not doing these qualifying races on an online server. That I don't know, but you guys saw everything that I just did, so no other cars were involved or harmed by any of that happening. So let's go back. Let's look at the reason for the crash, the 188 of Racer X. I don't know. Oh, it looked like the 8 of Clint Spillman spun the 27 Benjamin Wallace out, and somehow that 188 was involved. Let's go back and check that out. What exactly happened here? Oh, wow. The 8 of Clint Spillman actually almost was involved in that as well. The 27 of Benjamin Wallace, oh, he is actually retired as well. So 2 cars out of the race, Benjamin Wallace and the 188 of Racer X. Caution flag early in this race. So the 91 of Logan Gentry is currently the race leader. Hopefully this time by we get the 1 to go, that way we can restart this race. The 4 of Gary Harmon is further back here in the field, same with Tim Hoffman. Clint Spillman started that crash, and he is further back, 13th place. 15 drivers altogether, 15 drivers are left in this race. So the caution lights are off on the pace car. Next time by, we will be going back to green flag. So the pace car ducks down into pit road. 91 of Logan Gentry going to bring the field back down, restarting this race, lap number 11 out of 25. Did not see a caution in the first Bristol race for the qualifying event. Everyone single file for the most part. Evan McCollum is 09 up top. Aid no file up top as well. That's for the final transfer position. Here comes the 00 now of Jeremiah Dwayne. Jeremiah making his way into a transfer position. He's going to try to get past the 09 of Evan McCollum. CJ Williams at 16 car and the 8 of Clint Spillman, both trying to make it into the main race. The 1 of Aid no file really high up the track. Battling happening back here. Up front, though, it's single file. The first 4 cars are nose to tail. Sheila Harmon back here in 5th. 6th place, Tyrell Resner. 7th is Yale Carrillo, and 8th, Darwish Jr. 8 cars have broken away from the rest of the cars back here. So now Clint Spillman running 11th place. Needs to get 1 more position in order to make the final event, or the final main race. If there's a caution up front here, or something happens up front, then he could be in a great position for that to happen. We only have 10 more laps to go here at Bristol. Just making sure there's no crashes happening in the back. Logan Gentry has led every lap so far. Top 8 cars are content running single file for now. I don't know if anyone's going to try to make a move or not. Logan Gentry looks like he's starting to gap the field just a little bit. Further back here, Gary Harmon, unfortunate for him. Aiden No-File, Evan McCollum, Tim Hoffman, Clint Spillman all by himself. He's hoping that something happens here. Look at Cody Rhodes passing the 148 of Brian Lancaster. Tyro Resner back there, almost got into the back of Sheila Harmon. So Cody Rhodes up to 3rd place. Brian Lancaster going to fall back a few positions. 5 laps to go this time by. These cars starting to race really hard up here. And you see that 8 of Clint Spillman now starting to catch these drivers. Is he going to move the 66 of Darvish Jr. out of the race? Ooh, Clint has caught up to him. He is going to get underneath of Darvish. So now a battle for the final transfer position. Darvish Jr. might fall back outside of the top 10. 148 of Brian Lancaster is also in trouble. See Clint Spillman now in the final transfer position. Darvish Jr. going to try to make a move now on the 148 of Brian Lancaster. Here comes Tim Hoffman, that 40 car. He's going to try to make something happen up here. Well, the top 3 cars, Logan Gentry, Colton Harmon, and Cody Rhodes, are nose to tail. This time by, it's the white flag already. I didn't realize it was a white flag. 1 more lap to go here at Bristol. I don't think anyone's going to make a move. I think these cars are content where they're at. Cody Rhodes is going to make a move. He's going to go down low below Colton Harmon. He's going to take 2nd place away. 148 of Brian Lancaster was able to hold on to the final transfer spot. And you did see that the 91 of Logan Gentry won the race. So the top 10 cars qualify into the main race. See the 91 of Logan Gentry, Cody Rhodes, Colton Harmon, Sheila Harmon, Tyrell Resner, the top 5. 6th place, Yale Carrillo. 7th, Jeremiah Dwayne. 8th, Clint Spillman. 8th is CJ Williams. 9th is Clint Spillman. Both of those drivers are battling for the 32nd position in points. They both barely made it in, and Brian Lancaster, 10th place. Unfortunately, everyone else has to go home, and they're going to watch the race. So very interesting qualifying race. And now the main race is up next. We will have that in just a few moments. If we just saw a caution in this qualifying race in 25 laps, I believe the main race is going to be pretty interesting, pretty wild. So tune in. That race is up next. We will see you guys there. Welcome back here at Bristol. We're getting ready for the main race now. Going to start qualifying, see who gets the pole. So just a few races left. After today, we have 5 races left.
Drivers,
and
to your cars.
expect for all these races to be posted very shortly. I want to get it this season done with and start the next season. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like always, look in the comments for comments or the description for the timestamps. You'll be able to see that. Next season, possibly only doing highlight videos. They'd be about 10 or 15 minutes long, and there'd be a lot of highlights, so you would not have to worry about missing any action. There'd still be commentary. So thinking about doing that, it just would be a little bit easier on my end to do it that way rather than uploading the entire race, because I have to add timestamps, which it takes a while to do all that stuff. And I don't know, we're going to be having 3 races each week on the next season, so I don't know, it could take a little bit longer, and I don't know, it's just going to be really difficult. So I'd like to know what you guys think about that, if you have any objections or not. I don't know who, or if there's anybody that even watches the whole races here, but the highlight videos would show you all of the action, show you the replays. It'd be a lot of fun. At the most, they'd probably be 30 minutes at the very, very most, depending on how much action and how many wrecks we have. So I don't know. I want to know your opinions on it, obviously. We're going to simulate the rest of qualifying here just to get that over with. We've got a lot of storylines here at Bristol. We're going to go over some of those.
Drivers, to your cars.
So the 41 of Tyrell Resner gets a pole here at Bristol. He's going to maybe get another win. He won at California. That's 17 of Livingston. She is 6th in points right now. She is a little under 200 points out of the lead for the point series. The 60 of Colton Harmon making a rare appearance. He wanted to run this race. He finished 3rd in the qualifying race. Starts 3rd here. We've got the 2 of Tim Brannigan right beside him. He almost won at Chicagoland the other, a few races ago. We've got the 15 of Hunter Blade, the 12 of Samet Oskin. Samet is in 5th place in points, 148 points back from the points lead. We've got the 90 of Jacob Johnson, the 5 Damian Singletary, the 97 of Gavin Jones, the 6 of Simon Zarnato. He is 4th place in points, 84 points back. Got the 74 Logan York. He was one of the points contenders earlier this season. He is back in 16th. He needs a good finish today. He needs to have a lot of drivers with bad finishes that are up in front of him in points, and then he needs to have a good finish. That 00 Jeremiah Dwayne won at Martinsville. He could be a force to be reckoned with tonight. The 14 of Sarah Rocha, 2nd in points. She's 10 points out of the points lead. We've got the 33 Sheila Harmon, the 88 Josh Hardiman, and the 04 John Book. We've got the 25 of Felix Boucher, the 99 Axel Zero, the 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 43 Dawson Montenegro. He is one of the other drivers that is in a storyline, so to speak. He is 32nd in points. He is 39 points ahead of the 16 of CJ Williams, and he is 46 points ahead of that 8 of Clint Spillman. If one of those drivers passes him, he could fall out of the top 32 today, unless the 11 of Randon Pickett has any issues. So behind them, we've got the 91 of Logan Gentry, won the qualifying race, the 29 of Jacob Britt. We've got the 8 of Clint Spillman. He is, like we said, 46 points out of 32nd in points, desperately trying to get up there. The 148 Brian Lancaster. Got the 50 of Cody Rhodes, the 9 of Bruce Zero. The 21 Robbie Bannister, he's in that Air Force car, I mean. Watch for him to be a force. Every time he's in that car, he has a good finish. 45 of Tim Zimmer, another points contender. He is 3rd in points, 77 points back. Gotta change cameras here. Got the 37 Cesar Ramirez, the points leader, number 80 of Stephen Pollard, starting really far back in the field. Got the 17 Alexander Jones, the 18 of Kagan Polshiner, the 30 of Ron Jackson, the 38 of Sean Howe. We've got the 24 Pablo West, the 16 CJ Williams, 33rd in points, trying to make the top 32. The 48 of Ryan Benjamin, the 32 of Brett Taylor, the 42 Hugo Jimenez, the 81 Skylar Rocha, the 0 Alex Bruno, and the 11 of Rhiannon Pickett starting last. She is another driver that could be in danger of falling outside of the top 32. So that's your starting lineup. Go ahead and get this race underway. Make sure that nobody has any mechanical issues. It looks like everybody is rolling. No issues. So the 41 Tyrell Resner going to lead the field down to the green flag. Tina Livingston on the outside. A lot of the points contenders on the outside starting this race. They're going to try to have to work their way down to the bottom. Already 3 wide for the back. It looks like there's some contact already. I don't think anybody wrecked. They did wreck. The 21 Robbie Bannister, the 148, the 45 Tim Zimmer's involved. Oh, Hugo Jimenez has damage on his car. So Tim Zimmer damaged race car already. First caution of the night on lap number 1. There's some cars hitting each other here. A lot of cars scrambling. I thought I saw that 48 car or the 148 go around, and I definitely did. So Tina Livingston started 2nd. She has fallen back to 4th. Tyrell Resner, the race leader, 2nd. Colton Harmon, Hunter Blade, 3rd. Great run for him so far. We're going to have to go and see. I don't know if anyone's going to come down pit road or not. You see Robbie Bannister. A lot of damage on that car. Tim Zimmer has damage. Kagan Polshiner. Looks like Randon Pickett might have a little bit. luckily, with this track and this race in general, if you have damage, you're not really going to be too far off the pace. So we will have to monitor them. Tim Zimmer going to stay out on the track, but you see Robbie Bannister, Alex Bruno, Hugo Jimenez, they're coming down pit road. Well, let's, who was that? I think it was him, 148. Let's go back and see what happened on the first caution already. The 9 of Bruiser just got underneath that 148. 148 hit Robbie Bannister. Robbie hard into the wall. Robbie Bannister actually, he should be able to get back in this race. Looks like the 16 of CJ Williams got damage. I would say Robbie Bannister probably can join the race, but that was a hard hit to that outside wall, so he could be slow and off the pace. You see the wreck happening above, or in front of these drivers. CJ Williams did get a piece of the wall. Unfortunate for him. Oh, Stephen Pollard almost spun the 9 out. I don't think Pollard was too happy with that 9 car. I don't know if, I don't think Stephen Pollard actually was involved in that crash, but he was pretty close to it. Right behind the cars that started wrecking. Somehow the 80 of Stephen Pollard makes it by. And you see him get into the 9 of Crew Zero right there. So, crazy start to this race already. We did not have a caution this early in the day race here at Bristol. Let's look at some of the cars we already showed you at the top 5. Jacob Johnson's 5th. Tim Brannigan 6th. 7th is Gavin Jones. 8th, Sam Oskin. 9th, Davian Singletary. And 10th is Logan York. Some of the points contenders. The 6th of Simon Zarnato is 11th. The 14th of Sarah Roach is 12th. Let's see. Other points contenders. Further back, Stephen Pollard 28th. And Tim Zimmer 39th. David Oskin, he is up in 8th place, top 10 right now for him. So the restart. The pace car is going to drop down into pit road. 41 Tyrell Resner going to lead the field back to the green. This time a single file restart. See if things calm down for the most part here. So Tyrell Resner into turn number 1. Everybody's getting really aggressive already. Oh my gosh, there's a big crash. CJ Williams. Another huge crash. What the heck? And CJ Williams, I saw him hard in the, well, I don't know what the heck happened. There's another crash. Sam Oskin, Tim Brannigan around. Josh Hardiman. Oh my gosh. Well, CJ Williams day, night, whatever you want to call it, is over. He was trying to make the top 32 in points. And now this opens the door for Clint Spillman. Clint Spillman was only 7 points back. I think Clint's going to easily get into 33rd, possibly 32nd position. I don't know. This has been a crazy turn of events. You see at the 48, the 24, 30, they're in pit road. They're going to go a lap down too. This race is just started and we are already having a ton of issues. CJ Williams, unfortunately, 42nd place. See at 24, Pablo West. He is flying on pit road. Same with that 48. I think they're going to have penalties if they don't slow down. Same with that 30 of Ron Jackson. I don't know what is going on there. Well, Ron Jackson's told to stop on pit road, so he should not have any penalties. Let's go back. Let's show you what happened. I couldn't even tell you what happened, honestly. I have no idea. Wow. So it was on the restart. Ron Jackson underneath CJ Williams. He just got into CJ. 38 of Sean Howe was involved in that. And then they start wrecking up here. My gosh, I don't understand any of this. It was right on the restart. I mean, it's this. Yeah, they're right here on the restart. Cars are trying to go down low and making passes already. You cannot make a pass before the start-finish line. That turns CJ Williams around, and then Ron Jackson hit the wall hard. Same with the 48 of Ryan Benjamin. Skylar Rocha, Pablo West, they were involved. Okay, well, see the 30 of Ron Jackson, he is going to be a lap down. There he is, the 48. Ryan Benjamin, the 24, Pablo West, they're back in the race. Ron Jackson was able to get back in the race. That 21, Robbie Bannister, somehow he is in this race. I don't know if maybe it was because of some of the damaged cars that didn't pit on that first caution. Maybe they slowed up some of the other drivers. I don't know. 2 cautions already. We're only 12 laps in. We'll be seeing that 30 car, Ron Jackson, side by side with that 41 car, Tyrell Resner, on the restart. The 81 Skylar Rocha is in second. I don't know how that happened. Wait a sec. I could have swore that 81 car, Skylar Rocha, was further back in the field. I thought he was involved in those first 2 crashes. And somehow he is in second. Well, I don't understand that one at all. So we're going to watch on this view because we see a lot of action happening on these restarts. 41 Tyrell Resner leading them back down again for the green flag. Green flag in the air. Tyrell Resner going to easily clear the car on the bottom. 30 of Ron Jackson, but nobody else right now can clear him. Make sure everyone else manages to start. So we might actually have a lap of green flag racing. Tyrell Resner starting to pull away. Here comes the 15 of Hunter Blade. He is taking second place away. Third place now, Tina Livingston at number 7. A lot of side-by-side racing further back and up front as well. Ron Jackson on the outside now. He is getting passed by some drivers. He just got passed by Tina. Here comes Jacob Johnson and Gavin Jones. Here's the 12th of Sam Oskin. Sam Oskin trying to take 6th place away, and he will do it. A couple cars came down pit road. Hugo Jimenez, Robbie Bannister, they're now 2 laps down. 3 wide back here. Logan York, Colton Harmon, and Skylar Rocha. That's not going to work out too well. Somehow it does. Skylar is going to lose some more positions. There's the 14 of Sarah Rocha. She's in the middle now. They're still 3 wide here. Now they're 3 wide in front of them. Crazy racing up front here. And somehow these drivers are not crashing into each other. Ron Jackson, that 30 car, continues to fall back. And the 14 Sarah Rocha, the 81 Skylar Rocha, they continue to fall back as well. Being stuck in that outside line, never a good thing. There's a lot of 3, maybe 4 wide racing back here. Simon Zernata got turned by the 37. Did not spin out though. That 8 of Clint Spillman back here. Same with the points leader, 80 of Stephen Pollard. They're trying to work their way through heavy traffic. Both drivers want to have a good finish. That 30 Ron Jackson still falling back. Meanwhile, Tyrell Resner has over a second lead over Hunter Blade, who is running in second. Go back up through the field here. Hugo Jimenez back on pit road. I don't know what's going on with that car. But they are... Oh, the 148, Brian Lancaster now. He got a disqualification. What? I don't know what that's about. I didn't actually think the computer cars could be disqualified, but I guess they could be. Robbie Bannister continues to go down pit road. Look at the 42, Hugo Jimenez back down. I don't know what they're doing. Go back through the field a little bit. A lot of racing going on back here. Points leader, Stephen Pollard. Right behind that 14 of Sarah Rocha. That's first and second in points. You see the 6 that's right behind them. That is Simon Zernato. He's 4th place in points. I don't know where the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Tim Zimmer's actually back in 30th position. These drivers are back in about 20th position. 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Tim Zimmer a little bit further back, but my gosh, the top 4 drivers in the points are really far back. Sam Oskin right now is in 6th. Like we said earlier, Sam Oskin, he is in 5th place in points. And he's running 6th place right now, while everybody else in front of him in the points are running further back in this field. So that's good for the 12, Sam Oskin. He right now has a chance at getting maximum points. Like we said, Samet running in 6th place. See battle for second here. Hunter Blade, the 15, the 7 of Tina Livingston. Tina Livingston is 6th place in points. And she is in 3rd. She's having a good run right now. So far, a good green flag run. We saw a lot of racing early on. What was that? Oh, that's 42 of Hugo Jimenez merging back out on the track. Robbie Bannister's back in pit road. Tyrell Resner, he's starting to catch the tail end of the field. This is where it is really going to get intense and crazy. Robbie Bannister coming up onto the track, merging. 41 of Tyrell Resner, setting a very fast pace. 2.5-second lead over the 15 of Hunter Blade, and it continues to lead, or it continues to grow. So Tyrell Resner doing a great job right now. We said he won at California. He's outside of the top 32 in points, but he has a very fast car every week that he races. 42 Hugo Jimenez merging up in front of the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Tyrell is not going to, I don't think he's going to be affected by that. Oh yeah, he is. He goes way up the track there. That does allow the 15 of Hunter Blade and the 7 of Tina Livingston to catch him just a little bit more. So right in front of the leader is the 48, Ryan Benjamin, the 30 of Ron Jackson. Both are damaged and off the pace. Leader's going to start catching traffic. You see there's a lot of cars in front of them. And at 6 of Simon Zarnato, he is in danger of going a lap down. One of the points contenders. Look at Tyrell trying to make a move, aggressive move on the bottom. 48 shut the door on him. Now Ryan Benjamin going to get past that 30 of Ron Jackson. That 30 car, I think he's slowing some of these drivers down. He was involved in that first caution, and actually second caution, I think. Actually, maybe both. He had some damage, though. So Hunter Blade, Tina Livingston battle for second now. Tina's going to take the second place position away from Hunter Blade. They are catching the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Well, that pass that Tina made put them about 1.5 seconds back again, but they were within 1 second of the 41 car. Tina's up to second. She has not won a race yet this season. The 41 Tyrell Resner now has his sights set on that 24 Pablo West, and he would love to put one of the points contenders a lap down. We get a caution flag earlier in this race. That would really be tragic for a lot of, well, it'd be tragic for him. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. There's just too much stuff happening. While Tyrell Resner's starting to lap drivers, let's see where some of the other drivers are. The 14, the 45, they've kind of rebounded, and they're a little bit further away from where the race leader is. The 80 of Stephen Pollard having a decent run right now. There's some 3 wide back here. Sam Oskin, 33 of Sheila Harmon, and the 2 of Tim Brannigan. That's a battle for 8th. Oh, we've got a caution somewhere on the track. Who is it? Oh, the 21 of Robbie Bannister. He was involved in that. That's going to let the 6 of Simon Zarnato stay on the lead lap. Robbie Bannister was one of the drivers that kept coming down pit road. That more than likely means that there was a crash with him getting off a pit road or on the pit road. We'll have to see what happens there, but meanwhile, look at the 41 and everybody else on the lead lap. They're coming down pit road. They're going to get some tires. Tyrell Resner, he is going to make it on the pit road with a huge lead over the 7 of Tina Livingston. So Tyrell Resner, more than likely, going to be the race leader. I don't understand how these cars are going so fast on pit road. 60 miles an hour. Guess that's an issue with this track. You gotta put the pace speed a little bit faster. So everybody coming out or coming into pit road. See who gets off of pit road first. Tyrell Resner taking tires and fuel. Looks like the 88 of Josh Hardiman. He is, I think that's Josh. So the 41 Tyrell Resner out first, second, third, and fourth. I think they all stay the same. The 50 of Cody Rhodes and the 81 of Skylar Rocha, they made up a lot of ground. The 04 John Book. Stephen Pollard, points leader, out of pit road. The 12 of Saban Oskin, he is going to lose a lot of positions. Same with that 2 of Tim Brannigan. The 14 of Sarah Rocha, she loses a ton of positions on pit road. She'll be really far back in the field. Same with that 6 of Simon Zornato. The 2 of Tim Brannigan gets back out of pit road. Colton Harmon, I think, is going to go a lap down. Oh, maybe not. So let's go back and look at the caution flag. Reason for that was the 21 of Robbie Bannister. So it was when he came off pit road, I guess. Oh, yeah, actually, it was when he came on the pit road. Robbie Bannister, a really wide entry on the pit road, and that basically explains that he got demolished on pit road. Hit that wall there. Not good for him. That is an unfortunate end to his day. So it looks like the 30 of Ron Jackson, the 42 Hugo Jimenez stayed out. They are still a lap down. The 29 and the 11, what the heck happened with them? Hold on a sec, we gotta go back and look at that. Jacob Britt and Rhiannon Pickett. Uh-oh, the 11 Rhiannon Pickett, I don't know if she's not too happy with that 29. Oh, they merged together. That was weird. And that is going to put the 11 of Rhiannon Pickett out of the race. So now, Clint Spillman, he needs a good finish, and he can make it into the top 32 in points. The restart, meanwhile, and there's a big stack up back here. Tina Livingston, I think she might have hit the wall just a little bit. Ron Jackson on the inside. Tina Livingston second. She can knock it down low or get past these lap cars. That is the issue with these cars back here. They are damaged off the pace, and they cause all sorts of issues. Making sure everybody else is okay without any issues there. So the 7 of Tina Livingston still second. Hunter Blade. The 50 of Cody Rhodes now taking second place away from Tina. They're still behind lap traffic. There's a lot of stuff happening back here. Jacob Johnson on the outside. He is outside of 3 wide. I think we have a crash. Yep. There's a crash. 32 of Brett Taylor's upside down. My gosh. So yet another caution flag here at Bristol. Crazy race. We know that they just came down pit road, so the 0 of Alex Bruno is on pit road. Looks like Kagan has some damage on his car. This has been a wild race. Very wild. We're not even halfway done with this thing yet. Let's go back. Let's look at what happened with the 32. Oh, Stephen Pollard almost got spun out by the 17. Alexander Jones. Alexander spun the 5 of Damian Singletary. Ooh, Tim Zimmer got some damage, one of the points contenders. Kagan Polshiner, Jeremiah Dwayne, and the 32 of Brett Taylor upside down. My gosh. So that 45 of Tim Zimmer, more damage on his race car. He was already damaged from an earlier crash. He's one of the points contenders. Somehow running up in 17th position. You see the 0 of Alex Bruno coming back out onto the track with some damage on his car. Kagan's got a good bit of damage. And right now, the 32, he is not out of this race yet. Oh, he's actually, yeah, 32 of Brett Taylor and the 0 of Alex Bruno are both back in this race. A lot of cars damaged. A lot of cars a lap down right now. 5 cars a lap down. We've got 5 cars out of the race. One of those, the 148 of Brian Lancaster, he was disqualified. I don't know what happened there. Maybe passing before the start-finish line, I guess. Jacob Britt, Rhiannon Pickett, they crashed on pit road on that last caution. The 21 Robbie Bannister crashed getting onto pit road. 148 we said was disqualified, and the 16 of CJ Williams involved in that first crash. Very hard hit for him on that wreck. So Tyrell Resner, he has led every lap so far. And now he has probably the best luck out of anybody, because all he has to do is get a good restart, get past those lap cars that are below him, and then he has a free racetrack, and he is fine to go. So one more lap until we're back under green. So Tyrell Resner, if he does not get a good restart, this is really going to change what happens in this race. The 25 of Felix Boucher, he's up near the front. So the green flag back in the air. Tyrell Resner going to get that good start. The 50 of Cody Rhodes, not so good. He is stuck on the outside. The 81 Skylar Roach is third. Fourth is Tina Livingston, and she's on the outside. The 33 of Sheila Harmon now on the inside. She might be able to make something happen there on the bottom. Skylar Rocha all the way up on the outside line. Somehow saves it. He has no issues there. Cody Rhodes does get past the lap cars, and he is coming for that 41 car. Tim Brannigan further back in the field. This is the tail end of the pack. See the 14, Sarah Rocha, second in points. The 6, Simon Zarnata, fourth in the points. The 12, Stammen Oskin, fifth in the points. They are all running really far back in the field. The 45 of Tim Zimmer, even the 80 of Stephen Pollard not having a great run. I mean, he is up in 17th, but they're all on the outside line. They're losing positions left and right. Ooh, 37, Cesar Ramirez. And the 5 of Damian Singletary almost wrecked. There's a lot of three-wide racing happening here tonight at Bristol. A lot of drivers making contact with each other in the turns, off in the turns, the straightaways. Man, this is getting really crazy. I thought it was crazy already, but... Ooh, jeez. Oh my gosh, the 91 and the 97 basically made contact there. Still 3 wide for the back in the field. We're going to go up near the front of the field, though. I think we have a battle for the lead that's going on. 50 of Cody Rhodes, the 41 Tyrell Resner. Cody Rhodes is that purple car. He's second, Tyrell Resner first. They have a huge lead over everyone else. Right now they're battling it amongst themselves. Back here, the next car in line, the 33, Sheila Harmon. She's running third. Look at the 25 of Felix Boucher running fourth. Fifth, Skylar Rocha. Sixth, the 74 of Logan York. There's some good runs happening up near the front. There's a crash. Oh, Gavin Jones, Pablo West involved right in front of the leaders, and somehow they were able to miss that crash. That could have been huge for that 50. So we had oh, the 33 just got tapped by the 25. I think that might have just been a checkup. So Gavin Jones now, unfortunate for him, he is going to probably be out of this race. So another crash yet again. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to the 97 of Gavin Jones. I don't know what caution we're up to right now. I know it's a lot. It's back here. Oh, John Book clipped him. And that put... Oh, the 80 of Stephen Pollard. A lot of points contenders involved in that crash. Let's just stop the camera right here. Sam Oskin, Stephen Pollard, Tim Zimmer already has damage. The 8 of Clint Spillman, one of the drivers that needs to finish up near the front to get past the 30, or to get past the 16 and the 11. And look at that. That 97, if he wouldn't have been off the track at that very moment, that would have been huge trouble for that 50 of Cody Rhodes. So now the 97, Gavin Jones, out of the race. Stephen Pollard back in 31st. That's the points leader. The 45 of Tim Zimmer, he is third in points. And Tim is running in 29th. You've got the 12 of Sam Oskin, who's running 5th in points. The 14, Sarah Rocha, is running 24th. And then the 6 of Simon Zornato running 19th. So the top 5 running 19th or worse in this race. And really, right now, that I mean, it's beneficial for a lot of these drivers. Beneficial for the 71, the 7, or the 74, the 7, the 81, the 25. Beneficial for all of those drivers because they are trying to gain points on these leaders. They want to be up near the front. So again, one more lap around and we will be back under green flag racing. We're a little over halfway in this race now. A lot of action has happened early on. 42 car, Hugo Jimenez now starting beside that 41. I don't know if maybe he is going to be able to hold on and try to get one of his mini laps back that he is 10 laps back. So I don't know if he's going to go into the first turn side by side with that 41. Possibly. I mean, some of these cars, the 48, the 32, they might be able to do that. And the green flag in the air. The 42 Hugo Jimenez does not get that start that he wanted. Oh, he does get into the first turn beside that 50 of Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes trying to work his way past that 42 car, Hugo Jimenez. Further back here, Sheila Harmon stuck on the outside. Here comes the 81 of Skylar Rocha on the bottom. He's going to try to get past her. And he's going to get past Felix Boucher. Meanwhile, this 50 cannot get past that 42. 41 of Tyrell Resner has led every lap so far. Going through the tail end of the field here, I just want to see where some of these drivers are. Some 3-wide racing further back here. See so many cars with damage, especially running in the back of this field. Tina Livingston into the 30 of Ron Jackson. The 88's involved, the 2. Oh, and the 37 of Cesar Ramirez. Right in front of the points leaders. Again. Sam Oskin, though, he is one of the contenders in the points. And, oh, well, there's a big stack up there. Sam Oskin has a lot of damage on that race car. Ron Jackson, another driver with damage. Stephen Pollard has damage. He actually might be a lap down. I'm not sure. Tyrell Resner, he is passing all sorts of cars. I don't know what exactly is going on and where everybody is technically scored at. The 41, the 50, they're just passing everybody. They're trying to catch up to the pace car. This is going to cause a lot of issues, I'm sure. Because a lot of drivers now are going to be scored a lap down. I don't know if the race control will consider those cars a lap down and keep them a lap down, or what. But everybody's still trying to figure out where they're scored. I don't even know where the 81 of Skylar Rocha is. He is really far back. The 88 of Josh Hardiman, he has got a ton of damage on that car. So now the 41 and the 50, it is saying that there's only 13 cars on the lead lap. Oh my gosh, this is not good for anybody. And out of all the 13 drivers, none of the points contenders are in the top 13 except for that 7 of Tina Livingston and the 81 of Skylar Rocha. But still, I don't know where anybody is. They need to try to figure out their positions here. I think they are starting to figure it out now. Oh, Josh Hardiman gets spun out. Well, while they're trying to figure everything out, let's go back and, whoops. Go back and look at the caution. So it happened a little bit further up here. You see the 17 Livingston spun the 30 of Ron Jackson. Josh Hardiman was involved. He got spun out, and then a couple cars into him. Told you the 80 of Stephen Pollard, the 14 Sarah Rocha, they were almost involved in that incident. Somehow they managed to get by without any issues. So it looks like I think these drivers have figured out who is on the lead lap and who isn't. Josh Hardiman, a lot of damage still on that race car. Well, they're saying 1 to go. Let's see. Yeah, we've got 30 cars on the lead lap, so I guess they did figure it out, and I guess everything got sorted out perfectly fine. So Tyrell Resner, another green flag start. 5 cars on the inside line. Could be a very interesting start. That 41 Tyrell Resner, he is hoping that this thing goes green for a little while. Oh, look at that. The 50 of Cody Rhodes, he clears the lap cars. Nobody else does, though. The top 2 clear the lap cars. The 50 of Cody Rhodes out front. So the 50 of Cody Rhodes, he is right there trying to get past that 41 car. Meanwhile, back here, we have got a lot of stuff happening. A lot of cars side by side, racing really close. I don't know who's in what position. Where anybody's running right now. This is like organized chaos. Let's see, the 48 and the 43, they door checked each other. A lot of battling going on up front. 33 Sheila Harmon trying to make her way back into the top 5. She was running up in 3rd at one point, had a restart, she fell back, and now she is up to 4th. 43 Das Montenegro in 3rd place. The 88 of Josh Hardiman merging onto the track, right in front of a big pack of cars. Thought that was going to be a crash. Unfortunately, Josh is going back down into pit road. Up front, we've got a battle for the race lead. Tyrell Resner, the 41, the 50 of Cody Rhodes, 1st and 2nd. They've got nearly a 3-second lead over that 43 car that is way further back on this track. He's about a whole straightaway away from these 2 cars. We have not seen... Oh, we have a caution. The 20 of Yale Carrillo, the 99 Axel 0. Oh, look at the 5 Damon Singletary up into the wall. I was going to say, we haven't seen a lead change yet tonight. It has been all that 41 car. Oh, geez. Oh, the 41 Tyrell Resner into the back of the points leader. It's going to give that 41 car just a little bit of damage. Stephen Pollard not having a good run right now. That 41 Tyrell Resner is the the race leader, not the points leader. Race leader. We're going to have to look at the caution. What happened yet again. 99 and the 20. This race has been crazy. So you see the 99 right behind that 20 of Yale Carrillo. I think the 99 just got into him off of corner exit. Tim Brannigan was involved. Oh, the 20 of Yale Carrillo. That was a hard hit, it looked like. The 99 Axel 0, he's got a lot of damage on his race car. A little too far back there. Watch the 20. Watch how hard he hits on the inside wall. So tough break for that 20. Not sure if they are a lap down or if they're going to be going 2 laps down. The 99 is a lap down. I don't think that 20 is a lap down. 20 of Yale Carrillo. No, he is a lap down. So the 99, I think, is going 2 laps down then. Add that to the cars on the bottom on the restart, and it's going to be even more crazy and chaotic. So we're seeing if we can try to go a longer distance than just a few laps. Still waiting on the one to go from the pace car. 32 of Brett Taylor, the 48. We've only got 28 cars on the lead lap. So let's look at the top 5 drivers in points. This is not in any order, but the top 5, they are 15th or worse on the track. Simon Zarnato running 15th. He is 4th in points. Sarah Rocha running a 16th. She is 2nd in the points. You've got the 80 of Stephen Pollard, the points leader, running in 24th. 25th is Sam Odoskin at number 12, and 26th is the 45 of Tim Zimmer. A lot of cars in the top 10 that we normally don't talk about. Bristol is kind of like an opportunity race. Anybody can win this race as long as you've got a car and are not a lap down. A lot of cars now on the inside line. We added 3 cars since that last restart, and that is just going to make things even more crazy. Like we need that here tonight. We have had so many cautions. So the 41, Tyrell Resner, the 50, Cody Rhodes, 1st and 2nd on the outside line. Tyrell Resner got a huge start. The 50 of Cody Rhodes, he kind of hesitated at first. I don't know if that was on purpose. There's a crash. Oh, no, that's going to be a big crash. Logan York, Sean Howe. More cars involved. I think the 45 of Tim Zimmer got some damage. The 80 of Stephen Pollard. Tim Zimmer with a ton of damage now. That's like the 4th crash he has been involved in. Sean Howe, unfortunately, big damage on that car. I believe his day is done. Oh, Tim into the back of the 80. Stephen Pollard does have some damage on the back of his car. I'm thinking that 45 and the 80 made contact under caution. So we're going to have to go back and look at those 2 drivers. 1st and 3rd in points, not having a good run right now. They've had rough nights, really. Let's go back and check out the reason for the caution. Well, let's look at these 2 drivers, the 45 and the 80. See the crash happen? Oh, yeah, Tim Zimmer hard into the back of Stephen Pollard. That is probably going to end Tim's day. If not, I don't know how. Tina Livingston, the cause of another caution. She caused a caution earlier. Logan York, Felix Boucher, they've got damage. The 8 of Clint Spillman made it by. Unfortunate for Tim Zimmer. Sean Howe, probably the 2 cars that made it, or that had the worst damage out of all of this. So the crash happens up front. We're riding with Tim. Tim was slowed down, but it was that 9 of Bruiser that got into the back of Tim, I think. Forced him into that 80 car. Yeah, I guess. Let's watch from Stephen Pollard. This is the points leader coming into this race. So you see the crash happen. It looked like it was going to be a massive crash. The 14 Sarah Roach, she was almost collected in that. See if we can find the 45 of Tim Zimmer. He is still on the track. Tim Zimmer, though, you see that his car does not have a hood. A lot of damage to that car. So restart yet again. 38 of Sean Howe did retire from the race. We've got 35 cars left in this race. Sarah Rocha and Simon Zarnato, they are starting to climb towards the top 10. They're just a few positions away. But we've seen a lot of the wrecks happen near the front tonight as well. Do you really want to be up into the front or not? I would probably say no, but we are getting closer to the end of this race. Just about 30 laps to go. So the green flag back in the air. Tyrell Resner gets a huge start yet again. That 50 of Cody Rhodes does as well. And the 43, Dawson Montenegro. He got a good start. He just about has that 30 car cleared. He does have him. No, maybe not yet. I thought he had him cleared. Trying to get by. The 50 of Cody Rhodes. He was on top of that restart. He is just hoping there's not another crash. Going through the field here. The 14, Sarah Roach on the outside. She will lose some positions. The 8 of Clint Spillman. He's running in the top 15. That's what he needs. He just needs to finish this race. Get a good finish. The 6 of Simon Zarnato on the outside. A lot of double file racing happening. So the 43 Dawson Montenegro has cleared the lap cars. The 50 of Cody Rhodes trying to catch that 41 of Tyrell Resner. Tyrell won at not Martinsville, he won at California earlier this season. Is that 18 going to mess up anybody? I don't think he will. Nope. We're just right behind the leaders. So the 41 has a win already. That 50 of Cody Rhodes does not have a win yet, as far as I can remember. I know he's won some qualifying races. He's been up near the front a few races. See the 14 of Sarah Rocha falling really far back on that restart. She is back with that 45 and the 80. First, second, and third in points. Clint Spillman back here as well. Simon Zarnato actually falling back too. This race has been crazy. I mean, the points leaders are all four running with each other. Look at that 43 Dawson Montenegro. He was 0.98 seconds away. That's a little less than a second away from these two drivers. Could he get a win tonight? He started off the season winning. Oh, there's a crash. Of course. Oh. Cesar Ramirez, Axel Zero. Looks like Simon Zarnato may have gotten involved in that. Maybe not. That's going to put all the points contenders in the back. See, the 14, Sarah Rocha, she hit that 8 car pretty hard. Don't know if that was a checkup again. So the 41 of Tyrell Resner, the way this race is going, he is probably going to win this thing. He has been out front for 100 laps. So drivers trying to get past the pace car and the leaders. So patiently waiting to get back under green flag. We're just about 20 laps to go here. Haven't seen that 41 or the 50 involved in a crash yet. Wouldn't that be interesting? Let's go back while we can, show you what happened to the 37 of Cesar Ramirez. Looks like, again, that 99 was spun out on a corner exit. Hit the 37, and up the track they both went. Points contenders, 3 of them there trying to get by the crash, and they all made it past. So, A lot of action happening here at Bristol. This might be a record in this race for this season for the most cautions. I don't know how many we've ended up with. I know it's been quite a bit. Still waiting for the green flag, where you should have 21 laps to go on the restart. So the top 4 drivers in points are 19th through 25th. We're watching them pretty close because the next driver in line, Sam Oskin, who is running up in 14th, he is 5th in points, but Samet is 148 points back. Tina Livingston, 199 points back. Tina's up in the top 10. She's actually the top 5. That 32 and the 48 that are on the outside line, they're a lap down. I don't know what they're doing on the outside. They shouldn't be up there, but they are. So anyway, yeah, the 12 and the 7, Samet Oskin, Tina Livingston, they could work their way towards the front and be contenders for the point series. Felix Boucher, Skylar Rocha, they could do that as well. And then a lot of other drivers that were near the top 10 or are in the top 10, they're out of the race. So green flag, the 41 and the 50 both get by the lap car of Ron Jackson, easily off of turn number 1. There's a lot of 3-wide racing back here. Tina Livingston, Skylar Rocha, that kind of calms down for the most part for now. I highly doubt it'll stay calm. 43 of Dawson Montenegro, trying to get by, he cannot. Okay, I thought that was the 12. So the 50, Cody Rhodes, trying to reel that 41 car in yet again. Trying to make a pass before a caution flag would come out. He has been trying for probably the last 50 laps. Has not been able to make a pass on Tyrell Resner. Not yet. See the 43, Dawson Montenegro. He gets by Ron Jackson. He is running 3rd. And then, oh, there's a crash. Who is it this time? A big crash, Clint Spillman. And the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Tim's got heavy smoke coming out of his car. He could be out of the race. And Clint Spillman, he has a lot of damage. That's not what he needed. The 5, yet again, involved with one of these crashes. Oh my gosh. Man, we just want to get to the end of this race. John Book was involved. So one of the points contenders now having major problems on his race car. That's the 45, Tim Zimmer. When you see that heavy smoke on that car, that's not a good thing. Someone just retired. That's the 24 of Pablo West. I think the 45 will probably retire as well. If he doesn't, he is going to have a very slow race car. We'll follow up with that. The 04 John Book, he just retired. Let's go back and show you what happened with the 45 of Tim Zimmer. Oh, Tim actually started that crash. John Book, Damien Singletary, a lot of crashing happening. John Book upside down. He got hit by Yel Carrillo. Well, I didn't think Tim started that crash, but he did. Let's go back. Man, that was right in front of the 14 of Sarah Rocha. She missed that crash. The 80 of Stephen Pollard, the 6, I believe, also missed it. Watch on board with both of those drivers and see what they saw on this crash. Riding with Simon Zornato, number 6. A lot of action there. Show you from Stephen Pollard's view. He is points leader entering this race. I don't know how he checked up and got past that crash, but he did. What about the 8 of Clint Spillman? Clint got some damage on that crash. Like we said, Clint just needs to finish in front of that 11 and the 16. That's what he's done. He's trying to finish this race. Not a lot of damage yet. And, oh, into the back of the 24 of Pablo West. Clint Spillman, he is still in this race somehow. The 45 of Tim Zimmer has retired from the race. right now 30th position, but we've got a lot of cars a lap down, so he will fall back to, I believe, 35th. And that's not good for him. That is going to really hurt that driver in the points. This race has been testing all of the points contenders and all the other drivers as well. So 11 laps to go at the line. If we have another caution and a restart, we will be restarting this race single file. So it is very important for all of these drivers to try to get past as many lap cars as they can. You do that, and you have a shot at winning this race. Tyrell Resner has led 112 laps tonight, and he is closing in on another victory this season. He would be the 4th repeat winner. Can he do it? Can he hold off the 50 and the 43? Green flag back in the air. 11 laps to go here at Bristol. The 50 of Cody Rhodes did get by. Oh, the 0 almost got spun out by Kagan Polshiner. We need to watch some of this real quick back here. The 18 almost spun that 0 car out. That would have been in front of a lot of points leaders and a lot of other cars. Would have caused a ton of carnage. Everybody's still single file back here, or double file, I mean. Up front, the 50 of Cody Rhodes has caught the 41 of Tyrell Resner. Again, can he try to make another move to get the lead? Or will we see another crash? Stephen Pollard at the end of the field, same with that 6 and the 14. They were hoping to get past as many cars as they could since that 45 of Tim Zimmer is out of the race. And right now they're running really far back, so doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least not yet. You see, actually they're all running side by side now. Simon Zarnato pulls ahead just a little bit of that 14 and the 80. This is 1st, 2nd, and 4th in points entering this race. I believe they're going to be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd after this race is over. It's less than 10 laps to go. We're nearing the end of this race. Cody Rhodes at 50. Can he upset the 41 and get a victory with leading just the last few laps? Can he get by that 41 car? Will we have another caution? Points contenders are still in the back of the field. And at 50 of Cody Rhodes trying to get the lead away from the 41 of Tyrell Resner. What if he spins that 41 car out? That would be crazy. The leaders would crash. That 43 Dos Montenegro, he's trying to catch back up to these drivers. And he's not gaining too much. That 6 of Simon Zarnato, man, he is flying. He doesn't have as much damage as that 80 or the 14. Simon Zarnato has about 6 cars between him and the 80, and then 7 between him and that 14. Follow up with what happens back there. 3 laps to go here at Bristol. If we get a caution, the race would end under the yellow flag. That 50 of Cody Rhodes right there. Can he do anything with that 41 of Tyrell Resner? 2 to go this time by here at Bristol. We're still green flag. I'm surprised it stayed green this long, to be honest with you. The 50 of Cody Rhodes. He is right there. Can he get past the 41 of Tyrell Resner on the last lap? That 50 has some damage on his car. I didn't realize that. White flag, or no, 2 to go, I'm sorry. No, it is the white flag. White flag in the air. Can Cody Rhodes get underneath that 41? Just does not have enough time. The 41 of Tyrell Resner going to win this race. He led every lap today, or just about every lap. Everybody else back here kind of calm and collected, no crashing or anything. The 41 Tyrell Resner, I cannot believe he won that race. And it's going to be interesting. The points are definitely going to be interesting. Simon Zarnato finishing 14th. Sarah Rocha 20th, 22nd for Stephen Pollard. We know the 45 of Tim Zimmer out of the race. Sam Oskin finishing 12th. So your top 10 in this race at Bristol: Tyrell Resner, Cody Rhodes, Dawson Montenegro, who needed a good finish today, and he got third. Logan Gentry fourth, fifth Colton Harmon, sixth Jacob Johnson, seventh Tim Brannigan, eighth Felix Boucher, ninth Logan York, and 10th Alexander Jones. And you can pretty much see the rest of the cars further down here. Clint Spillman should be in the top 32 in points with his finish. That's going to probably knock the 11 out, I would believe. Sheila Harmon, a pretty good run. Cesar Ramirez, almost a top 10. Jeremiah Dwayne, 17th. Tina Livingston, 18th. Not a great run, but she'll gain a couple points at least over the points leader. Brett Taylor, 23rd after flipping over. A lot of chaos, a lot of action, carnage. Man, I can't believe it. That was a wild race. So stay tuned. A few seconds, we are going to look at the points. Points should be close. And remember, where's my paper at? I have a paper saying what track is next. I believe we're going to Talladega next, if I remember correctly. It should be Talladega. And Martinsville, Atlanta, I don't know. There's still a lot of racing left, but Talladega's coming up, so it's going to be even crazier. We will see you guys just a few seconds. We're going to go look at the points now. Well, the points after race number 20, crazy. Oh, actually, earlier in this race I said Stephen Pollard did not get a win. He did win at Indianapolis. I just realized that. That's my bad. Anyway, Stephen Pollard, still the points leader. 4 points ahead of Sarah Rocha, who is second. 60 points over Simon Zornato, who is third. 116 over Tim Zimmer, who is fourth. Fifth, Sam Doskin. He is 118 points back. And Felix Boucher is 179 points back. Tina Livingston, 187 points back. She is in seventh. So, really, I want to say there's still a lot of drivers that could realistically win this race. Obviously, the top 7 have a shot at winning the race or winning the series. There's a few other drivers back here that could win. Skylar Roach and Brett Taylor, they are tied. Bruzera, Alexander Jones, pretty close. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. You see Logan York up to 14th with his finish. He is working his way back up there, 307 points back, but still. So you see, out of the top 5, Tim Zimmer is the only driver who has not won a race. Man, that was a wild race at Bristol. 10 cautions is what we ended up with. Tyrell Resner, the 41, led every lap. And Tyrell Resner back here, he has 2 wins. Logan Gentry has 2 wins. So actually, we've got, 5 repeat winners this season? 5 repeat winners. So that's kind of cool. 2 of them are outside of the top 32 in points. Speaking of top 32 in points, Clint Spillman at 8 car. He is in the top 32 in points. 5 points ahead of Rhiannon Pickett. And quite a bit ahead over CJ Williams now. About 80 points ahead of CJ Williams, who's 34th. Aiden Nofile pretty far back, almost 200 points, I think, back. Or, 149 out of the top 32. So, unfortunate for them. Season's almost over. Going to be at race number 21 next week and out of 25. So, it's closing in. We're almost done with the season, guys. I promise it will be over very soon, and then we will figure out what we're doing for the next season. The top 7 drivers all have a very realistic shot at winning the point series. I would honestly say the top 10, but if you say the top 10, really, you could go all the way down to about 14th or 15th. Maybe 14th right now. But I don't know. We'll know in the next race or 2 who has a shot at winning the championship. Right now, Stephen Pollard, Sarah Rocha, Simon Zornato, top 3. We will see you guys next week.